You ever come home after a long day, look at your driveway, and find a stranger unzipping his flyer on your property while another's cracking open a cooler like he's at a college tailgate? Yeah. That actually happened to me. My tools were sitting in the back of my truck, getting soaked in the rain, my garage was blocked by cars I didn't recognize, and somehow my property had become a free parking zone for the HOA president's cocktail hour. I told her, calmly, "Hey, can you ask them to move their cars?" She sipped her wine, smiled like I just told a bad joke, and said it was all part of community spirit. Let me back up a sec. I've lived in this neighborhood for about 4 years. Quiet cul-de-sac, decent neighbors, trimmed hedges, the whole suburbia starter pack. And up until recently, I stayed out of HOA drama. Paid my dues, mowed my lawn, didn't pick fights. But Nadine Wexler, she's the kind of person who runs the HOA like she's the mayor of a town no one elected her to govern. Everything has to fit her vision, from mailbox height to whether your flowers are HOA-approved shades of a subdued. She loves the word standards. Anyway, it all really started on a Friday evening. Rain coming down sideways, and I get home late from a supplier run, hauling a truck bed full of expensive stone tires. I roll up and bam, 3 cars jammed into my driveway like it was general admission. Tools are getting drenched, I can't even open the garage, and the smell of wine and grilled shrimp is wafting over from Nadine's house. I knock on her door wet, tired, annoyed, and she opens it with a glass of Chardonnay like she's about to host a garden tour, not a parking scandal. "O'Connor," she says, like I'm the one intruding. "It's just for tonight. You understand, right? We are building community here. No apology. No offer to move a car. Just that smug, tight-lipped smile that said she'd already decided my space was hers for the taking. Fine. I parked 3 blocks away, walked back in the rain, hauled everything by hand 5 trips, soaked through, back screaming, and I told myself maybe it was just a one-time thing. Maybe next week, it'll blow over. Except it didn't. Next morning, I get an email. Subject line, exciting summer community events. Guess what was listed? My driveway. My literal driveway, now designated as community overflow parking every Saturday until Labor Day. Like it was a given. Like my house had been annexed by the HOA. That's when I knew it wasn't just a mistake. This was a move. A power play. A straight-up land grab in cul-de-sac form. So, the following Saturday, I thought, okay, I'll be one step ahead. Parked my car in the garage, locked everything up, kept the driveway clear just to see what would happen. By 6 o'clock, 5 cars rolled in. Didn't knock, didn't ask, just pulled up like they had assigned spots. And wouldn't you know it, I had a client coming that evening. Big job: patio installation, fire pit, custom stonework. $15,000. The kind of gig you prep for. Except all my samples, my notes, everything were stuck in the garage. Behind cars I couldn't move. I called the client, tried to explain without sounding like a lunatic. "Yeah, sorry, my HOA president turned my driveway into a wine mixer, so I can't get to your blueprints right now. He said he'd reschedule." Then ghosted. That's when the gloves came off. I installed 2, private property, signs discreet, within regulation, nothing flashy. Just enough to remind folks this wasn't a shared driveway. 4 hours later. HOA violation notice. $100 fine. Unapproved signage disrupting aesthetic harmony. Signed, of course, by Nadine. She was baiting me. Gaslighting me. Turning neighbors against me, one wine glass at a time. Next Saturday. 8 cars. She was literally out there directing people where to park like some HOA valet service. One kid spilled juice on my front steps, a dog shredded the mulch I'd just laid. I called the non-emergency police line, not trying to start a war, just get my driveway back. The officer shows up, calm, polite. Before I can get a word in, here comes Nadine, all pastel sweater and practice concern. Officer, I'm just worried about Connor. He's been under so much stress lately. I think these events are triggering him. And just like that, I'm the unstable one. The guy who can't handle a few community gatherings. The cop gave me that tight, sympathetic smile, tried to work it out neighbor to neighbor, and left. At that point, I wasn't even angry anymore. I was done. So I got to work. Monday morning, I filed for permits landscaping renovation, full driveway overhaul. Friday night, a crew showed up. We tore out the old concrete, laid down herringbone brick, raised the slope, installed planters on either side, made it beautiful, functional, and completely unpackable. Saturday morning, I'm out on the porch, coffee in hand, waiting. Nadine comes outside, sees the new setup, and I swear, it was like watching someone realize their credit card just got declined in public. Her face froze. She looked at the bricks, then back at me, then back at the bricks. 3 days later, emergency HOA meeting. Subject line, harmony under threat. She tried to paint herself as the savior of the community, said I was creating the vision, that my new driveway was aggressive landscaping. A couple neighbors nodded. Until Eleanor Hatch stood up. Now, Eleanor's this sweet, retired school teacher, been living here longer than the HOAs even existed. Quiet, kind, but sharp as a tack. And she didn't come to play. This isn't just about one driveway, she said. This is about a pattern. Just like what happened to the Millers. The room went silent. Turns out, the Millers were another family she targeted. Fined them into moving. Sold their place below market. Same tactics: petty citations, coordinated complaints, mystery violations. And Eleanor had kept receipts. Literal receipts. A folder full of HOA records, showing a pattern of targeting anyone who didn't fit Nadine's vision. Then came the real twist. A paper trail showing HOA funds going to Nadine's cousin's landscaping business paid to beautify properties right after owners were forced out. I added my piecemeal documented permits, before and after photos, the recording I'd made of Nadine bragging at a local cafe about reshaping the neighborhood one driveway at a time. You could feel the tide turn. The room shifted. Even her usual allies looked uncomfortable. That night, the board voted to remove her. Unanimous. A week later, a for sale sign went up in her yard. No goodbye party. No farewell wine tasting. Just gone. And me. I still have that brick driveway. Still have my space. And for the first time in months, I can come home without checking who's parked on my property. But here's what I want to know: what would you have done? Would you fight back or find somewhere else to live? When your peace, your boundaries, your property are up for grabs. How far is too far? Let me know in the comments, because something tells me I'm not the only one who's had to draw a line, brick by brick.